Hello, my beautiful friends. Okay, I'm so excited to be here. My background looks a little blue. I got a little blue hint today, which is great. I like having a blue hint. Hold on, I gotta open that window because this side of my face is darker. I didn't open all the window shades. I gotta open them up. Okay, now we have more light. So much more fabulous. Just fabulous. That's my favorite word. I just say it about everything. Isn't it fabulous? It's just so we deserve fabulous. I say that. Just say it all the time. Everything will become fabulous around you. Everything. I'll be in Target. I'll be like, this is fabulous. It's on clearance. This is fabulous. Okay. Excited to be here. I'm talking about my $1 million game plan. I was joking with someone on my team. I'm like, told her my schedule this morning. And I'm like, should I tell them that's what I did this morning? And she's like, I think you should, because I want to tell you something. She goes, when I used to work for someone else, just like you, Michelle, this girl would get up at 4 a.m. and she would work all day. She'd work all day. She'd work and crazy and then work till 9 p.m. And she was mean. She was angry and she was hungry and she was mean to me and she was mean to our entire team and she wasn't making money. She's like, and so the fact that that was your morning, you should probably tell that on the live. And I was like, okay, but I feel kind of guilty that that was my morning. So do you guys want my honest schedule? Because I can tell you, but you'll be like, Michelle, you should work harder. You really should do some more than you're doing. And I'm like, I know I should. But that's the beauty of it. You shouldn't be sacrificing. You shouldn't be working all the time to make money. That's the goal. The goal is, how do we work the least amount of time and make the most amount of money while having the most amount of impact? That's what I do. That's what I want to do. That's always been my thing. I'm like, how do we make the most amount of money in the least amount of time with the least amount of energy, right? And make the most amount of impact. Well, that's what I have figured out, because I used to be a network marketer and I used to grind every day. And we might have some network marketers watching, so I'll give you what I did as a network marketer, and it worked. And it was so easy, right? I would grind from 11 to 1 every day. I would send messages, message. I would message everyone for 2 straight hours. Like crazy lady, right? But I would get in front of 100 people a month as a network marketer, and I'd crush it, right? I was seeing way more people than everyone else because I would set from 11 to 1 every day. That was my secret. So when students are in my year-long coaching program, I have one for network marketers. I have a separate one for entrepreneurs. They're like, what was your secret? Those people, I'm like, dude, 11 to 1. And if you don't have 11 to 1, before you go to work, do you have 30 minutes? At lunch, do you have 30 minutes? And before you leave work, do you have 30 minutes? Perfect. There you go. You found your 2 hours, right? So I'm going to be breaking it down for you today. And it's so great because I actually told ChatGPT everything I do. I was like, hi, I'm going to be going live today. Oh, I was in my hair over my eyebrow. I was like, what? There's a cut in my eyebrow. It was just a little hair. So I said to ChatGPT, here's my schedule. Can you help me just write this up? So, and then some key takeaways. And it was like, you work smarter and not harder was its key takeaway. I'm like, yeah, I do that. Good job, ChatGPT. You understand the assignment, which is amazing. Okay, if it's your first time here, thanks. Just a nice comment ever. You just get an award. You get an award for being so nice. I'm giving an award away at the end of this. What should I send you? I'll send you these Kate Spade earrings. Seriously. No, I'm just sending you that because you're so nice. It's easy. And everyone's going to be like, Michelle, you're pretty. And I'll be like, you're so nice too. This is how to get people to say nice things to you. Okay, anyway, I'm sending you a Kate Spade prize just for that nice comment. I know, it was unexpected. I just decided to do that. Okay, I'll give away another prize later too. Okay, so here's the deal. So, I need to know, first time watching, this is being recorded. Yes, being recorded. Hi, Tennessee. How much snow do we have in our yards? We had an inch and now it's gone. But it was a big deal in North Carolina because we haven't had snow in 3 years. And so it was so exciting. Closed school 1 day, 2 days, and then late today to go in. It was so exciting. I love when school closes. It's my favorite thing. So, okay. So I'm going to share my quick backstory, and then I'm going to dive into my $1 million game plan. And sorry, I've got stuff right there. I should have moved it. Sometimes this is blurry and you can't see that stuff sitting right there, but I got some orders I'm shipping out. We have an insane amount of book orders that came in. I opened up my thing. It was like 300 orders. I'm like, whoa, this is insane. But my son, quick story, and then I'll dive in, had some friends come over, and one friend put a snowball. I need a therapist. A snowball on his laptop, on his Alienware laptop that was like over $1,000. And the snowball destroyed the laptop. So he hasn't had a laptop, and he's a gamer and he loves it. And so he's like, what am I going to do? I'm like, well, mommy loves you, but mommy doesn't just buy you whatever. So I'll split the cost with you of a new one. So he's figured out when he wants to build his new gaming PC, and he found a guy that's going to build it for him. We got a whole thing, but he's got to come up with $500. So I'm like, well, these orders come in, buddy, and I pay someone to help get them out. You want to be my ordered person? He's like, yeah, I'll do it, Mom. What did I do? So if you get anything from us in the next week or two, that's my son. He's earning his keep, which is great, So, okay. So, quick backstory. I grew up incredibly poor. My mom was a single mom. My goal as a kid was to be able to afford Pantene shampoo like the rich kids. So that's like where I grew up for like literally till I was 18. go to college. I'm still kind of the poor kid, but I paid my way through college because we were poor. You got good financial aid. Worked at Applebee's to pay for college. Literally worked 40 hours on the weekend while living on campus. So I would go to work all weekend, and like hang out with kids at night and party, and then go back to work. It's crazy. But just really strong work ethic because I'm like, money gives you security. And I didn't have security growing up. I had like, we don't have enough money. We better go to the church to get food this week. But last week we could afford food. Why did that happen? So that was very much like how we grew up. And standing in my nice kitchen with my mom, we just redid my kitchen. It's the most fabulous kitchen. You should come over. Everyone come over. We should stand in the kitchen and just be like, this is fabulous. It's fabulous. So we're standing in the kitchen. And I was like, Mom, did you ever think like we were standing in this fabulous kitchen? Like, remember where we started? She's like, I know, this is fabulous. I'm like, yeah, we've come a long way. So that's how I grow up. And I end up landing my dream job out of school as a pharmaceutical sales rep. I thought I'm going to do that for the rest of my life. And then I realized that it's boring, and I'm like, oh, why am I doing this? This is so dumb. It's so dumb. But I did it for 2 years. It was just, it was like, I don't know. It felt meaningless, like, hey, is the doctor in? Oh, no, he's not. Oh, no. Okay, I brought you some pens. Great. Can he just sign? I need a signature. Okay, great to see you guys. Yeah. Okay, you don't like me. Okay, bye. Okay, next office. Hi, is the doctor in? No, sit with the patients. They're sick for 45 minutes. They'll be with you in 45 minutes and give you a signature. I'm like, okay. Oh, yeah, so meaningless. I'm like, but I'm getting paid fabulously and have a company car. But I'm like, what? I feel like I'm made for more, So anyway, I was doing that. And then my coworker, his name was Sam. And he's like, dude, my wife, he didn't say dude, he probably said Michelle. My wife is selling this beauty product at night. And I feel like you could do it and you could like make some money doing it. And I'm like, I like money and I'm single and I got nothing going on. I'm like, sure, let me try that. Right. So I decided to try that. And so I started selling these beauty products and I did terrible at it because I was too nervous to tell anyone I did it. So for 6 years, I did nothing with it. Nothing. If you met me, you would say I had nice makeup. That's the only time I might mention it. I'd be like, oh, it's from this company, blah, blah. I'm like, where'd you buy it from? I'm like, well, I sell it. But that's the only time I mentioned it. And by doing that as my sales model, I acquired about 3 or 4 customers in the first 6 years in the company. And what was interesting is one customer actually stayed with me for all those 6 years. She ordered like clockwork every 3 months. So much so that I could never quit. I kept trying to quit. She kept ordering from me. Her name is Sarah. I actually wrote about her in my book. I have a book called Do It Anyway, Girl, a playful, simple, unique guide to achieving success in network marketing. But because of Sarah, I never quit. Right. So I always say, find a Sarah, find someone who believes in you so much they keep buying your stuff. Right. So anyway, so I never quit. And I ended up in 2009. So I was 29 years old. And I was fed up enough with corporate jobs. I had jumped from pharmaceutical sales to like commercial real estate to I was selling uniforms, just so silly. And I was like, you know what? I've had enough of this. I want to do my own thing. So I said to my husband, or he was my boyfriend then, I was like, hey, I have this really radical idea. I'm like, you know what? They say that entrepreneurs work for 1 year like nobody does so they can live for the rest of their life like nobody can. But I have this belief that I could quit my job because I'm not really making money. I'm in real estate right now. It's kind of stupid. It's 2009 and no one's buying and no one's selling and I'm kind of broke. And it's dumb for me to drive to this office because I don't even have money to afford my gas. I have an idea. I think I should just quit my job and I should just I should go all in with this network marketing company. He's like, the beauty company with all the products that are sitting on the shelf that you haven't sold for like all the time I've known you. I'm like, yeah, that one. He's like, isn't that stuff expired? I'm like, yeah, but I could always buy new stuff. He's like, maybe just get a real job. And for some reason, when he says maybe just get a real job, like a fire comes inside of me where I'm like, I'm sorry. I think you should give me 6 months to like, just, I'm going to go all in. He's like, I think you should get a real job. I'm like, I think you should give me 6 months. And if it doesn't work, then I'll get a real job. He's like, okay, deal. And I can see by his eyes, he doesn't think I can do it. And then I'm like, oh, now I'm really going to do it because he doesn't believe in me. I was so fired up. And so I did, which was so crazy. So in 2009 is the year that I went from kind of not being good at that to like, oh no, I have 6 months until I have to go to jail. That's literally how I think. I'm like, I got 6 months. I don't care what this guy said. I don't care what he thinks. I'm like, I don't care to spend time with you. I'm running around doing my thing, right? So I did. I started meeting people, went to networking events, started to figure out how to get leads from people. And 6 months later, I was driving a free company car from that company. I had 50 people on my team. I had 300 customers. And from that day forward, I never had a boss again, ever again. And I was like, I did it. And he's like, great job, babe. I knew you could. I'm like, no, don't you say that. These people, that's funny. In the beginning, they'll be like, why are you doing that? And then eventually they're going to be like, how'd you do that? So at first they ask why, and then they ask how. I'm at the house stage, but I still remember the whys. Why are you doing that? Are you making money? How's your little business? How's it working out? Good luck, honey. Oh, I knew a girl that did that. Oh my gosh, so hard. Is it working? It's It's work. It's going to be fine. Right. So anyway, so that's where I started. And I ended up having success in that company over the next 10 years. I wrote a book about it. I was on a billboard in New York Times. I got flown to different things, just fun, right? Traveled, got a trip to London. So really cool. But I started sharing my tips online on YouTube, and people started watching. And I started sharing just kind of, I was like, you know what? I should just share what I'm doing, because people kept messaging me like, your team is crushing it. How are you doing it? I know you're an introvert. You don't walk up to strangers. I'm like, yeah, this is how I do it. So I started sharing on YouTube back around 2000. I forget the year, 2010, 12, 13, something like that. It was like 10 or 11 or 12 years ago. My math is totally off, but so you get the point. Like a few years after I'm in network marketing, I start making videos about it. And pivotal moment in my life, I have a CEO of a company who finds my videos. Actually, the sales reps on his team find my videos. They like the training. They're learning from it. They're learning how to get an insane amount of leads, because I'm really good at lead generating. Like if you want leads, I have a binder. I'll just show you. This is so funny. This is my binder. Okay. I'm a wizard at generating leads, and no matter what business, right? So this is all my leads when I was a network marketer. People would just give me pages and pages and pages and pages of referrals. And I was a wizard at this. And so I taught this in some videos online, and people are like, how'd you do that? How'd you do that? And so I showed them, right? Showed them how to do it. And they were winning with this, called the Fabulous Game. I invented it based on it was my friend's idea, but I called it the Fabulous Game. So it was kind of her idea that I'm like, wait, we should do that and call it, hey, it's the word fabulous. I just realized that. Anyway, so it's fabulous. It's fabulous. Everything's fabulous. This water bottle is fabulous. I got it for Christmas. Oh, I know. Thank you. My daughter got it to me. We're at the store. I'm like, that's so cute. That seems so unnecessary, but so cute. Anyway, so the Fabulous Game. And then, so I start teaching on YouTube, and I get a call from a CEO of a company, and CEOs of companies don't call me because I'm me, back then. And he was like, our sales reps love you. We would love to fly you out. We'd love to pay you to come do a training for our audience and share what you're doing. And I'm like, what? Me? But I didn't say that. I was like, absolutely. I would love that. No, that'd be fantastic. I put on that hat, like professional hat, because I knew to act cool. So anyway, he's like, yeah, we'll pay you. And so he sent me over a check for over $2,500, which for me, I would have done it for free, But I didn't know anything about how much speakers get paid. So when I told him my fees, like, absolutely, yeah, I would love to have you. But some speakers get paid $20,000. I didn't know that, but nor did I care. I was like, $2,500, of course. And as I hang up the phone, pivotal moment that changes my life forever, he says to me, bring along your training program. You can sell it at the event. And I'm like, great. Absolutely. Because I had the professional hat on, So I was like, absolutely. Yep. Fantastic. Okay. Bye-bye. So then I go and lie in front of my husband's office in a very dramatic moment, because I like to be dramatic for fun. Like I like to think it's funny. And so I'm lying in front of his office, and I'm like, oh no. And he's like, what? I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. He's like, what? I'm like, honey, I just talked to a CEO of a company. He's like, great. I'm like, he wants me to come speak. He's paying me to come out. He's like, okay, that's great. He's going to pay. Wow. And I go, but no, I told him. He said, do you have a training program? And I said, yes. And he said, great, bring it along to the event. And he's like, good, that's great. You can sell it. I was like, yeah, but I don't have a training program. He's like, oh, could you make one? I'm like, yeah, I better do that right now. So I did. So I went upstairs and I ended up filming. Oh, it's right here. I found it. Sometimes I put like mail on top of it. I can never find it on my desk. I filmed these little CDs. If you're out of leads, when you're out of leads, you're out of business, right? How to succeed. Okay. And I put my photo on the back, like I was Beyonce or someone. Then I made this one, and I bought these for $1, and I sold them at the event for $17. And I sold 100 when I was there, which was $1,700 minus my cost, which is $100. Then I came home, I had 200 left over, and I was like, I have 200 left over. How will I sell these? Let me figure it out. So I put them on a website to start. It wasn't really working. Then I found Russell Brunson from ClickFunnels, and he taught me how to sell them using funnels, because he sold a potato gun using funnels. And when he sold his potato gun, he used that software to teach other people. And I was like, I like this guy. What I liked about Russell Brunson, what I still like about Russell Brunson, he's the most regular dude ever, talks in a very basic language, but he's like, you guys, if I did this, you can do this. You just have to follow the systems of how you sell, and you can make this happen. And I'm like, oh my gosh, right? So anyway, so I ended up doing, taking the CDs, selling them online. At first I was making $34 a month. I thought I was a living legend. I was going to Starbucks, buying like 5 Starbucks, being like, $34, it's free. I was so excited. I thought I had the internet figured out. And then in 2019, I read one more of his books called Traffic Secrets that taught me that I needed more traffic. So there's 3 types of traffic. Traffic you earn is your social media following. Traffic you own is your email list, and traffic you buy, you can pay for ads to get more people to see your stuff. And I'm like, oh, I don't know how to buy ads, but let me try that. So in 2019, I tried that. January 2019, pivotal moment in my life. I ran ads to this, and I remember spending $50 on ads and making $300 that day. And I was like, stop it. I am so good at this. so good. There's no one I can tell because no one cares, but I am so good at this, right? Like secretly in my office, like the next day I run the ad again and it's like make $0. And I'm like, oh man, this is so broken today. I think it's down or something. So the next day I do it again and it makes like $40. And I'm like, this is stupid. It's broken. So fourth day, I'm like, maybe there's someone that knows how to do this because I don't. So I go in the group and I was like, hey, does anyone know how to run Facebook ads? Little do I know there's people called Facebook ad managers that do that for a living. They know all the nuances of it. And I'm like, great, I need one of those. So I find one of those. And I was like, dude, you're kind of expensive, but if you can pay for yourself and then make me money, then you're hired forever. And so they started running ads. And from that day forward, that month, I went from $34 a month in December to January. We ran ads, made like 50 or 60,000 that month, plus the cost of ads, but like it recycled money. It was still a profit of like $30,000. And I was like, I don't know about you, but when I was a pharmaceutical sales rep, I made $42,000 in a year. I never made $30,000 in a month. And that was when I was like, dude, I have life figured out. I was like, oh, I got this figured out. So anyway, so that year I continued to do what I was doing. And that year I did over $1 million in sales. The next year it went to like 1.2. The next year I did like 1.4. 2 years ago at 4.2 million. Last year I did 5 million. And don't share those numbers to impress you, but to impress upon you. I've learned a few things. So I'm running a pretty big business now, which is funny. They put me in charge. Like I always laugh. I'm like, how did I do this? I'm now running this really big business. It's fabulous. It's so fabulous, but it's not stressful. And I see a lot of people that are in my space. I watch them. They say they do posts like, you guys, it's been a really tough year and I've been working like crazy and I'm exhausted. And I'm like, you are? Why? What are you doing? I should maybe I should work harder. What are you doing? And like, so I'm taking a few months off. I'm like, you are? Why? What? You're doing it different than me. So I wanted to share my $1 million game plan because I'm not tired. And if I'm tired, I take a nap. As you get tired, you go to sleep, take a nap, sleep, go to bed like for a long time and then wake up. Then you're not tired anymore. So I'm going to be sharing my $1 million game plan. Say I'm here for this. That would be helpful to hear, but I felt the need to give you the backstory. Some of you have heard that backstory. Actually, how many times have you heard that backstory? One of the key secrets, tell your story as much as you can on social media. I share my story all the time because someone's going to resonate with portions of your story and feel connected to you. It's so, so important. So I'm so here for this. Hi, Miss Lynette. Okay. All right. So here we go. So first step in my $1 million game plan, right? Again, I kind of gave you in the beginning the network marketer game plan. If you're a network marketer, I'd be curious, what does everyone sell in the chat? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, a job is like jail. Job just over broke. It's like jail, Kim. I was like, I can't go back to jail. I can't. You control my life. You control my vacation time. You control when I wake up. I just can't have you control my life anymore. I've heard it a million times. Stephanie Redmond. Hi, friend. Because I love you and it's motivating and I love you and I love you too. Okay, so we have some Pampered Chef, some Mary Kay, some Norwex. We have real estate staging. We have real estate. We have jewelry. We have health coaching. Okay, so game plan if I'm a network marketer, because I used to be a network marketer. And then I'll give you the game plan for running my $1 million business now. Okay, game plan when I was a network marketer was at the company events, they were like, listen, to win, you just need to see 30 people a month. I'm like, to win, I'm going to see 3 times that because that seems like I would win even bigger. So like while the average people were doing this, I'm like, I will see 100 people a month. And I'm like, that's so overwhelming to think of that number. Let me break it down. That means I have to book 2 appointments per day to get 5 people on my calendar for the week. And each of those 5 people can bring a few friends and then there'll be 25 people a week. So I basically did from 11 to 1, I booked 2 appointments every day. I could quit once I got 2 appointments booked every day. That was my network marketing. So every day, small goal on my shower, it says, I will get 2 appointments today. Without fail. I learned it from one of the top leaders. So smart. I was like, that was what she did. She got 2 appointments every day. Okay, I can get 2 appointments. So if you're a network marketer and you're like, I need to win. But as a network marketer, you need boatloads of leads, right? So I teach the Fabulous Game. You can Google this and get this for free. The Fabulous Game, Michelle Cunningham. I also have a year-long coaching program for network marketers. It's called the Big Breakthrough Academy, where I teach you all the systems and the scripts and what to say and like how to book the appointments and then how to follow up and how to recruit, right? But 11 to 1, that was my secret. And then I held appointments on Tuesday night, Thursday night, and on Saturday. I did a 10, a 12, and a 2. So I could go out that night. So that was it. That was my schedule. So it was 10 hours a week in front of people. The rest of the time I was booking appointments and I crushed it. Now, as a owner of a company that now sells digital courses, so I actually create and sell various digital courses. I have 25 different digital courses. I have over 40,000 students, which kind of sounds like a lot if I think about it. What if 40,000 people came over for dinner? I think my neighbors would be mad. There'd be too many cars here. Anyway, we should do it though. That would be fun. Course Creator Blueprint is one of my courses, right? I've got, my year-long coaching program for my entrepreneurs that want to build a brand online called the Elite 90-Day Difference Program. I'm working on a new program for you guys because you guys have all asked for kind of like a baby step social media training course. I think I'm going to call it From Zero to Influence. And it's going to be like the ultimate, the baby step guide to mastering social media so that you can profit in your business. It's something like that. Let me know what you think about From Zero to Influence. I don't know if that's the right title, but I'm still working on it. But anyway, so I create all these different things, right? I've written a book, right? Okay. So this is the business I run now is I create things that are very helpful to people and I'm very detailed. They're like picture books. I show you exactly what you need to do. Like go here, click that, do this, and then do that. And then, I like picture books. Yeah, always like picture books. I still get mad. I'm like, recipe book, it doesn't have pictures. I'm like, absolutely not. No. And I buy books if they have pictures in them. So anyway, I make you picture books because I feel like everyone likes picture books. Am I right? Say yes, I like picture books. Okay, so that's the deal. That's what I do now. And that business did $5 million in sales last year. And it wasn't stressful. And I worked less last year than I've ever worked. And I don't work that much. So I want to share with you that game plan of how I structure my day and how I make that work. Which is amazing. Yeah, everyone's keep saying, I want the baby step program. Almost so much so that I'm like, I should just call it like baby steps for social media. Like how to thrive online and build a business that's profitable so you can live your dream life or the laptop lifestyle. It could be something like that. I feel like, yeah, we could baby steps. I feel like that, it's like easier to remember. All right, you guys want that course every time I bring it up. Yeah. Okay. Nona, I'm so glad. My friend. I'll be live next Monday and on Wednesday. And next Friday is going to be a replay because I'm traveling next Friday. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you that it's a replay so you won't think I'm actually live. Okay. So let's talk about it. So here's the schedule. You ready? So I work morning routine. Okay. I wake up at like 8. I know there's people that get up at 5 a.m. I tried it once. It hurt, like physically. And so hard for me, so hard. I know I should try it more, but I don't want to. So anyway, I get up at 8 a.m. Okay. Sometimes 8:20. Anyway, and then my daughter has to get to school by like 8:45. We leave the house at 8:45. So we kind of just get stuff ready and we're out the door 8:45 and I'm home by 9. Okay. Now I don't start official work like, camera, makeup, all of that until 11 a.m. on purpose. Because if I schedule something before 11 a.m., then I'm like coming home and like, oh gosh, right? I like to have 9 to 11 a.m. completely for myself. So that might be, Pure Barre has it opening at 9:30. I'll go do my workout. Or it might be me going for a walk. Or it might be me checking some messages, just sitting on the couch. So sometimes I work a little in that. My team's like, hey, quick question. I'm messaging back, showering, I'm getting ready. So I'm sort of working in that window, but it's not like I got to be in full makeup ready to go. Okay. So 9 to 11 is totally free. And then on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, right? I have structured my day. And I taught this to one of the doctors I work with. She's like, I feel like you don't have any time for me because I'm taking a lot of client calls and I don't know how to do it. And I'm like, okay, here's what I do. Because I do take client calls. I have people that work with me one-on-one. I have a group coaching program with almost 1,000 people in it called my 90-Day Difference Elite program. I also have a program called Big Breakthrough Academy for network marketers. Right? So I've got group coaching, but then some people pay extra to work with me one-on-one. And those calls I only take on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And so what I said to the doctor is I was like, you know what? You have different energy on the days you're creative, where you're creating content, you're making logos, you're making videos. It's a bit of a different day from a client day where you're pouring into their ideas, right? So people get on, they're like, I'm thinking about making a course. I want to call it this. And I gotta listen and I gotta give massive feedback, right? Which I love. It's like my favorite thing to do. But I also, in those moments, I can't be thinking about my own business. I'm only focused on their business. So I decided, you know what? We're going to move that all to Tuesday and Wednesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday, I take client calls. I hop on live with my students and answer all their questions. It's like my favorite. I literally live for it. It's so fun. So I hop on, answer questions. That's what I do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And that's from about 11 to about 4 p.m. Right? At 3, I go pick up my daughter. So really 3 to 4 doesn't really count. And sometimes I take a call from 4 to 4:30 or something like that. But for the most part, it's from 11 to 4. And then after 4, I'm off work, right? So that's, it's family time, it's dinner, it's playtime. I'm making charcuterie boards for the kids. I'm setting up whatever, building forts. I build good forts. If you want to come over at 4, I'll build you. You can go in the fort. Okay. I build forts. I might sneak in like a short video. Like I might be standing in the kitchen and no one's around me. I'm like, doop, 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 doop. Like the other day, I filmed myself like with my cereal bowl. I was eating cereal. It was grain free. I know I'm gluten free and grain free, but either way, I was eating this. It was great, whatever it was. I don't even know what it's called. Seven Hills or I don't know what it's called, but it was good. Tasted like good cereal, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But I took a little quick video because I kind of looked cute and I just was like playing with the cereal. And I put some comments on there and it like actually performed relatively well. It was something about a microphone. People are all like commenting, give me the microphone info. So like that was something I did after 4:30, but like it took really kind of no energy and I was bored and I was doing nothing. So I sometimes will sneak in a little video like right there. Okay. So that's my Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Monday is basically open. I take a meeting with my sales team from 11:30 to 12. I talk with someone on my team. Kristen is her name. She helps me just, she'll be like, hey, you got to get this video done. She recently just joined my team and I'm like, I love you so much. She just keeps me on task because I sometimes forget to do stuff. So I'll hop on a call with her. And I'll share when I didn't have a team what I did. It's not much different, to be honest. Right. But Kristen will I'll give her the email and then she'll go and send the email for me. So she just, if I'm like, it takes too long for me to actually type it up and write it. If I just text it to her, she sends it out for me. So that's like what happens on Mondays. Right. And so Monday's kind of empty. Occasionally I'll take a client call on Monday, but not really. And then I've saved Thursday and Friday to be my fun create things day. So Thursday and Friday is when I create my workbooks. That's when I film my videos. That's when I just do like stuff that is like creative, because my brain is different on those days. I don't take client calls for the most part on those days. Occasionally I'll sneak one in, but for the most part, I don't, right? And so that is my schedule. And some people are constantly creating content, constantly putting it out, right? One of the benefits of the way that I train is that I teach you. I see some questions here. I'll come answer them in 1 second. Sorry, I was on the next one. And the next slide, I was over here. I wasn't watching the comments, but I'll come read them in a sec. So what was I saying? One things that I completely lost my train of thought. But that's okay. Okay. Where was I? Someone will remind me what I was saying and then I'll remember. Oh, let me just go back to my sheet. Hold on. So, okay. Yeah. So there, people are killing themselves working. Just like my girl on my team was like, you don't understand, Michelle. So this morning, here was my schedule. And I just want to share this with you because sometimes people are like, you must work all the time. How do you do it all? I'm like, you don't really do it all, right? Like I work smarter, not harder. And this morning, like my daughter had a 2-hour delay. My mom is visiting. So we like hung out this morning. We did nothing. I kind of slept bad last night. Like for some reason, I just like stayed up too late. It's all my fault. If we talk about it, it's Michelle, you were watching reels. You should have gone to bed. Okay. That was your fault. So anyway, I woke up a little tired. I'm like, oh man. So my mom and I dropped my daughter off at school. And then my mom's like, I'm going to run to the farmer's market. I'm like, okay. She's like, you just stay home because you're a little tired. I'm like, okay, I'm going to stay home. So she dropped me off and I'm like, I'm going to take a nap. So I took a nap this morning, which I don't normally do. This is abnormal. But I took a nap right before my $1 million plan. And I said this to Chris on the phone. So I hopped on a call with her. I slept from like 11 to like 11:30 or something. I just need a quick nap and I'm fine. I'm recovered. A nap just did me good. Right. But I get on the call with Kristen. I'm like, it's so funny. I'm training on my $1 million plan. Like, here's my productivity hacks. I'm like, and Kristen, I just got up from a nap. I did nothing this morning. And she's like, no, but you don't understand. The girl I used to work for before you, right? Or people she's worked with, they get up at 4 a.m. They work all day. They work till 11 p.m. at night. They're exhausted and they're not even making as much money as you. She's like, so maybe that's part of your story, that you don't have to work all the time, right? And there's some key things in here that I think are important to know is that when you build your business, right? Some of the secrets for me is I don't need to do it all, right? In the beginning, I did. So when it was just me, I would create my content, I put it out, I go live for my audience. I do kind of the same things, but I didn't really have a buddy to help me. So when I was making my workbook, the workbook took me 3 months versus now I can make a workbook in like 2 days. Like we can make these very quickly now. The beginning, it used to be just took me longer to do stuff because I was doing it all. I was sending the emails. I was filming the YouTube. I was uploading the YouTube, which still I do plenty of that still myself, but it just took me a little bit longer. And then I realized Adam on my team is my tech guy. He helps to build my funnels. I built my first one myself. I was really kind of confused and had to hire some little guys to help me that were like $100 for the whole month. They were like part-time helpers. You could like email in, they'd email you back like 48 hours later and they'd tell you your answer. It just took me a really long time to get stuff done because I was broke. Right. But as I progressed and I was making more money, I'm like, oh, maybe I could hire a guy that's like my tech guy that's there like on call. And I did. So I hired Adam. Right. And then Adam was like, Michelle, you need to launch something new. Like, when's your next thing? I'm like, oh, it's going to take me months and months. He's like, why? why is it taking you months and months? I'm like, because I got to make the whole workbook. It takes me forever to make these. And he's like, could you delegate that? Like, he'll always say stuff like that to me. Could you delegate that? I'm like, well, actually make a good point. If I could get the course out sooner, I would make more money, and that would pay for the person that made the workbook. So like actually would make me more money if I hired someone to do that. I just have to make sure that I launch the course right after we get it done. Yeah, actually that does make sense. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna find someone. Right. And so anyone I've ever hired on my team, they make me more money. You should never hire someone and you lose money, right? So hire a graphic designer, workbook done way quicker, launched the thing, made a bunch of money, paid her, right? Still had extra money, and then was able to launch the next thing because I had a graphic designer. Then we started to have customer service questions coming in. I'm like, whoa. And I was answering them all. I'm like, hey, whoa. And I remember we launched something. We did $52,000. It was 2019. We did $52,000 in a weekend. And I didn't have a customer service team at that point because it's just me. And so when I say I built this from the ground up, like, when you're like, Michelle, I'm stuck on this. I'm like, okay, when I got stuck there, here's what I did. I can always give you advice because I've been through all of it. But I was like answering customer service questions the next day, like all day, customer service. And so, I was answering all these questions, and it took me the whole day. And then I was like, okay. And so I told this to Adam. He's like, yep. Most companies have customer service. I was like, oh shoot. Okay. Like a real company, I need a customer service team. I'm like, woo, that's so exciting. So I ended up finding a girl. I'm like, hey, super random. It's like, I don't know how many, we sometimes get like 50 messages a day. We sometimes get 10, and we sometimes get 300, but we need someone to manage that. She's like, sweet, I'll do it for one flat rate. And like, we'll monitor it if it needs to go up, but we'll start here. It's really reasonable. I'm like, you're hired, done. Just take that off my plate. Cause I can't create any more courses if I'm being customer service. I can't do, my gift is I don't want to make videos. I want to be with my friends. I want to be here with you. I want to give you prizes. I want to teach awesome things. I want to make workbooks for you. This is my gift, right? If I'm not doing that, I'm not living in my gifts, right? And so who can I give that thing to that's taking me away from the gift, right? So I always am thinking like that, right? So I got customer service, and then ended up hiring, when I went to sell, we have higher ticket programs, right? And you need more support, right? So I had to hire someone to kind of help manage that. And as that grew, I thought I'd have like 10 people in my higher ticket program. Well, that grew to hundreds. It's almost at 1,000 people. And I was like, oh no, there's only one of me. I better hire coaches. Right. And so I had to hire coaches. And so I've put things in place so that it doesn't have to all be me. Right. That my business is running around the clock when I'm not there. Then I hired sales reps and put sales reps on my team. So each of the didn't happen all at once, but over many years, it was like, oh wait, if I don't want to take sales calls, maybe I can hire someone that likes doing that. There's always someone that likes doing the thing you don't want to do. So if you're like, Michelle, I don't want to take sales calls. I'm like, me either. Because you know what I would do if I got on a phone call with you? I'd be like, you're so nice. Oh my gosh. You want to like come over? We just hang out. I would not be running a business. It'd be free. Everything would be free. Right. So I'm not in charge of sales. I'm not doing the sales because I don't want to do that. It's not my gift. Right. So I hired a sales team. They handle. And so that machine runs all the clock. So while I was taking a nap this morning, which I don't normally take a nap. I shouldn't even say that. But I want to share that with you, that sometimes it's okay to take a nap if you feel really tired because you didn't sleep good. But I should have gone to bed earlier. It was all my fault. But I woke up from my nap and there was $9,000 that happened this morning. Don't share that to impress you, but to impress upon you, that's beautiful, right? There's some days I open my phone, it's $33,000 today. I hear from my students, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm crushing it. I just made $50,000. I'm making $100,000. I've got students winning on all different levels. And that makes me so excited. And that's what I show people how to do, right? How to automate the system so you're making money and you don't have to work all the time. So if you're like, I do feel tired, great. Take a nap, dude. You deserve a nap, right? So I work smarter, not harder. And that's literally how I do things, right? And so mornings are for me. So here was my key takeaways. When I told all this to ChatGPT, here was the key takeaways. And I'm just going to put this on the screen. I saw some people are like, Michelle, how do I book a one-on-one call with you? I would love to talk to you. Go to michellelovesyou.com/success. You'll hop on with someone on my team. You could see the whole process. It's a free call. Hop on with them, tell them what you're working on, and then they'll send you on and you can find out what packages we have available. michellelovesyou.com/success. Right. So that's the deal. So let me just go back. Here's the 5 key takeaways from ChatGPT when I told it what I do. It was like, number 1 key takeaway, you work smarter and not harder. Use focused blocks of time for work. You're intentional about creating content, helping your students and growing your business, but you don't work 24/7. Check. Number 2, you prioritize your energy. Your mornings are for you. You prioritize self-care first so you can show up as your best self for your business and your family. Check. ChatGPT for the win. Number 2. Number 3, Michelle, you set clear boundaries. I rarely work after 4:30 p.m. Building a business shouldn't mean sacrificing time with the people you love. Check. Good job, ChatGPT. Number 4, consistency is key. Whether it's showing up for students or consistently creating content, staying disciplined with my schedule has been a game changer. Check. Number 5, trust the process. You don't need to hustle 24/7 to achieve big goals. Stick to your plan, protect your energy, and stay consistent. Why this works? This plan works because it's focused, intentional, and balanced. It allows me to show up as a top influencer. I'm just reading from this. This is not actually how I train, but this is what ChatGPT said. It allows me to show up as a top influencer, connect deeply with my students, and still have time for myself and family. It's proof that you don't need to burn out to succeed. You just need a plan that works for you. I mean, that's pretty good. Wouldn't you say? I mean, that's pretty good. Okay. All right. So that is my schedule. Dun, dun, dun. Right. But when I first started, like I said, I had to do a lot of that stuff myself. But as your business grows, like my students will reach out to me. They're like, oh no, what do I do? I have so many students coming in. I'm like, okay, here's what you got to do now. Right. Or like you'll bottleneck in your business. Right. And so we're doing 5 million a year now. My goal is to get to 10 million. I'm like, there's a few bottlenecks I still got to clear up and fix. I think I know what they are. But, sometimes I'll hire a coach and be like, dude, this is where I'm at. What do I do next? So I like to hire coaches that are doing a lot more than me. And you learn so much. And so, I truly believe in this industry. You just got to find someone who is where you want to be and get advice from them and find the right person. Not everyone, there's not everyone that's your personality, or you wouldn't learn from them because they're too whatever. Some people are, they work a lot. You can learn from that person, or you just got to pick the person that's doing it the way that you want to do it. Right. So if you want to work a lot, great. You could. You actually would probably win more if you worked more than me. You could win even more. Or you can just have some balance in your life and run a great business and pay your team really handsomely and have extra money to go around and help people around you. So, okay, so let's see. I'm wondering the same. This was a question from Jessica. This came from Jana. How do I schedule a one-on-one with you and what is the cost? So yeah, just go to michellelovesyou.com/success and you can talk to my team. They can help you. Grain-free. Who's grain-free? Simple Mills. I'm grain-free, gluten-free. If you're, anti-inflammatory kind of diet, it's amazing. Okay, I'm scrolling down. Let's see. I would love to work on your team. Aw, it's so nice. Yeah, we do have openings. We email out when we have openings. We don't have any right now. How did you do it in the beginning if sales was not your thing? So Kim, in the beginning, I wasn't closing high ticket sales. I was just closing through sales pages, right? So my first sales page looked like this. Direct sales rocks. Present, share screen. Here you go. Hey, are you out of leads in your business? Would you like hundreds of new clients without walking up to strangers? Hi, I'm Michelle Cunningham. I'm an expert in generating leads. That's right, my friend. I can show you how to generate leads. Now I'm going to tell you a story so you understand me, because facts tell, but stories sell. So I'm going to tell this whole page in stories because stories are way more effective. I'm going to tell you about so hard and I couldn't do it. And then I figured it out and now I show you how to do it. Okay. So I sold through sales pages, right? So, and typically if you're selling something less than $2,000, you can sell it through a sales page. If it's like $297 or $497, you can sell it through something like a webinar page. So, hold on, I got to get my link. So I have webinar pages that also, so I have automated webinars that run, but then I have, sometimes I do live webinars. So that's another way to do it. So that's how I sold in the beginning. And I still do. I mean, you still, right now we're running ads to 5minutevideos.com. This one is pumping out, oh my gosh, so many sales right now. It's so crazy. Every time I log into my thing, because I do the shipping, I'm like, kids, help mommy. We got a lot. We're fixing this page. We don't know why it looks like that. All in the center is squished. We're like, we're going to fix that. So anyway, it's still working, even though it's a squished together page. This page right now is pumping out sales, the video superstar. And again, the way that we get that to work is I do organic content, right? I post little things. I go live like this. Some of you might be like, I want your video superstar. I'm like, go to thevideosuperstar.com and I'll teach you how to make awesome videos from your phone, right? Some people are like, I want to learn how to make videos in just 5 minutes. I'm like, go to 5minutevideos.com. Right. So some people will pick up and buy from this, but we also run paid traffic directly to these pages. So I'll have some sort of video. It's like, hey, do you want to learn how to make way better videos in just a fraction of the time? If so, and then I just, direct you. And then you come to this page. You're like, oh my gosh, I want this thing. So, so this is a great question. So sales pages, and then you can also do it through webinars. If it's a higher ticket thing, $297, $497, all the way up to $2,000. You can do it through a webinar. Once you get over $2,000, people are a little more hesitant to spend more than $2,000 if they don't talk to someone first. So if it's over $2,000, then people can book a call with your team, right? So that's the deal. That's a great question. I want to work on your team. Aw, thanks, friend. I love you. I know we're not hiring right now. We have such a good team. I got unicorns on my team. Everyone's a unicorn. I tell them every day. They're so amazing. Let's see. How do you provide information to the graphic designer when this is your information and not theirs? Yeah, it's a great question. So when I need a workbook made, I'll literally show you what I do. This is what I do. Share screen. Okay, let's pretend. Okay. So I'll be like, okay, Allie, I need you to make a workbook. I'm going to be teaching people Instagram. And I'm recording this. I record this on loom.com, or sometimes I record it on StreamYard, or you can record it on Zoom. I'm like, okay, so take a screenshot of this. I want this right towards the top. So I want you to point to this and say, this tells people who you are and what you do. This is your credibility piece. And then this is more credibility. And then we have some sort of link here for people to sign up and buy your thing. Those are key things to point out. It's good to have testimonials for people thinking about hiring you. So just point that the important to have testimonials, write that in the workbook. And then we're going to talk about frequently posting on the next page. So just have that be one page. Okay, next page. I want to take some of these that are performing really well, like this one, for example. Why don't you take this and see how all these people are commenting tools? These are all going to my email landing page. So I want to show people how this works. So take this actual video, put a QR code linking this video, put a screenshot of this and say, look at this, you guys. All of these people are opting into my email list in real time. I was literally playing with cereal. That's the cereal. I was playing with cereal. I was doing nothing. So silly, right? But all these people are opting in. Look at all these people commenting. I'm going to show you how to do this. And then let's, on the next page, show them where it leads them to, right? So we're going to take them over to, this one goes to tools. I have shortcuts. Hold on. I'll go get it. Please hold. Tools. So then I'll show her. I have shortcuts for everything. There's a man talking in my kitchen to my mom, but I don't know who the man is. I know. It's the contractor, I think. Yeah, but I hear the man. All right. Anyway, so here's my free guide that reveals how you can make. So let's show a screenshot of this. I'm going to show them how to take people from an Instagram reel to a landing page like this to capture email. And then take a screenshot of this, put that and say, so this is what a landing page looks like. This is built in Flowdesk. Put a link to Flowdesk at the bottom. Okay. And then get the free guide now. Now we want to show them how we deliver it. So, and then, oh yeah, it actually gets emailed to them in this instance. Then, okay, so let's explain that the next step is this is a bridge page. So when I make my videos, I make the videos like that for her, and then she takes it and she turns it into a workbook. So if any of you are in my content creator club, which if you're not, it's super inexpensive. Here's a call to action for anybody who's not in my content creator club, but we come up with new content and create, hold on a second. I'm just trying to find it. Content. I need to move them all to the bottom. There's 50 of them in here. Okay. So my content creator club is my monthly membership where we give you access to all of our Canva templates that we design. We give you access to, like I just did a new training there, exactly how to make vertical videos in Instagram and edit them in Instagram, how to edit them in Filmora, because CapCut is annoying me because it just like closes its door and then it opens its door. And I'm like, you're unstable now, CapCut. So now I'm using Filmora. We just broke up. So I trained how to use Filmora. And then I also, in the beginning of that video, I didn't have makeup on fully. Like I was at Great Wolf Lodge when I filmed it. And I was like, okay, you guys, I'm starting this video with not full makeup on, but I'm going to show you what I do right before I film the video. So the beginning of that video is a makeup tutorial where I'm like, okay, I'm just adding makeup over my makeup. This is literally what I do. It's the greatest video. So if you're not in Content Creator Club, if you join, that just dropped on Wednesday. And from that, let me show you the workbook. Oh man, it's so good. So the workbook's so good because Allie, I sent her that video, right? Here's the training. And Allie made a workbook from it. So we have such a good flow now. Her favorite thing to do is to make workbooks, right? So this is the workbook that she created for that. So this is in our Content Creator Club. And we're making these every single, this is showing you exactly how to film and edit vertical videos. The value of Content Creator Club, it's a monthly membership where you can pay for the full year. It's insane, you guys. Like, so this is the training. So it's like, here's how you edit in Instagram. Well, I filmed the video for her. So she just followed along and she did step 1, click here. Step 2, do that. Step 3, import them. Step 4, blah, blah, blah. Like she literally shows. And so I reviewed this. I'm like, dude, this looks so good. I love you. And she's like, thanks. She loves when I tell her she does a good job because like, who doesn't love to hear that? It's so good, right? And then I was like, you know what? When we get right here, can we just put like some sort of something that says we're editing in Filmora so they know that there's a transition? She's like, yeah, I got you. She added that in. Then this is Filmora editing. I show you how to edit in Filmora. This is all, if you guys are in Content Creator Club, it's right inside of there. Or go to michellelovesyou.com/content. And then these are links. To my favorite. Oh, yeah. I show you how to film higher quality videos from your phone. These are the settings. This is something I learned this weekend. I like learn new stuff and it goes right in here. This is my favorite microphone stand. This is you attach to the back of your phone so you can see yourself using this camera. This is a new hack. I'm waiting for mine to come in the mail. This is my favorite VA. They're amazing. But I did a makeup tutorial in the beginning and she took everything I recommended and she actually put it in here, which is hysterical. So I was like, Allie, nice job. She literally found my exact cheek color. I'm like, I found this really bright pink cheek color. It looks good on video. So anyway, she makes those workbooks up, which is so fun. Oh, you guys didn't see my screen the whole time. So annoying. Sorry, I just did that. Let me just scroll back up. Oh, it's so pretty, isn't it? Sorry, this is everything I meant to share with you. You're probably like, Michelle, you weren't sharing your screen. So this is the whole workbook. And so it goes from, that's Instagram training. This is the Filmora training. And then these are some extra links I shared. And then she even put like literally the makeup in here, which is crazy. So literally that's how I work, where I share with her. And that's what I teach my students, right? Is how to do it that way. Okay. That's a great question, Miss Lynette. Let's see. I'm reading. Is it better to sell B2B or to consumer? Well, I sell to both. I mean, there's businesses that hire us. I mean, a lot of the people that we work with are entrepreneurs, so they own businesses, right? So they're like the owner of the business. And then like the other day I was on a call with the owner, but she was like just listening mostly. And then it was her team that was on. And I was like giving them advice. Like their sales page was just off. I can look at a sales page to know if it's converting or not. So my first question was like, how many sales have you had? And she was like, not that many. I'm like, okay, I totally knew that, right? I can look at a page and see where it's missing. It's missing some of the subconscious things that should be in there. That there's ways to tell stories to get people into their subconscious mind where they're like, oh my gosh, I need this. And some people, their page is missing it. So, but anyways, helping them through that. So I don't think it's better to sell to one or the other. You could sell to both. I think it would be completely fine. How did you decide to set prices like you have? Yeah, I talk about this with my elite students like a lot, right? So they're like, well, what price should I price this at? And I'm like, well, I price things low. I price something super awesome like this low. This right now, we just launched. We've done it at a few different prices, right? The first time we did it free and you could upgrade for $47 to get lifetime access. The second time we did it for $47 and that was for the live event. Now we just converted it to a non-live event. And now you can just get like the recordings and that's priced at $27, right? And so it's very low price for really, really amazing content. Canva templates, exact strategies, how I write courses, how I do the whole thing. This is a really great course. I think if you go to thecourseblueprint.com, you can get this one, right? It's only $27. And people will be like, Michelle, you could totally charge $997 for that. I'm like, you're right, I could. Right. But people that don't know me, right? Cold traffic. They haven't watched a video like this. They just see a quick ad. They're like, oh, she seems cool. She seems nice, but I don't know if I know her. And I don't know her. I don't know if I like her yet. I don't know if I trust her. And I'm not spending more than $27. And so what converts really well when we're running ads is a $27 offer. So we put it at 27, sometimes 47 also, but 27 is pretty good. Right. So they'll buy in at 27 and then they get this. And they're like, you're kidding me. I spent $27. You gave me all of this. What if I give you more money? I'm like, well, if you give me more money, then you get even more. You get like this. And then it comes with a binder. We mail this to your doorstep and I mail you brownies and just whole lots of stuff that fires off, right? When you spend more, right? So we want to impress people at a low price and then offer higher price things. In the beginning, I couldn't think past this. I'm like, I just have a CD. That's all I'm selling for the rest of my life. That's how I started. And I honestly thought I was overcharging when I charged 17 for this. That's how I started because I didn't think I was worthy of more. I felt like guilty. I felt rude, like all those things. And so it's been a journey for me to charge more. But I realized when I charged more, I actually helped people get better results. They paid money and then they got into action. They took serious action. So I've watched people that have spent a lot of money with me go on to make $100,000. Susan, I talked to the other day, $200,000 since investing in my year-long coaching program. People have made $50,000, $100,000, multiple six figures, right? Because they took it seriously, right? Like I bought a $10,000 course once. Better believe I showed up, right? And I had some key takeaways. I'm like, got it. Okay, got what I needed from that course. So So that's kind of the strategy. Some coaches will say you should only sell low ticket. Some coaches will say you should only sell high ticket. Some coaches will say I run my whole business without running ads. Some people will say I run my whole business by just going live. That's great. I do all of those. Like, why would you not? Like, I'm a marketing major. Marketing makes sense to me. Like, if we're going to market, why not be the loudest marketer out there? There's a saying that best known beats best all day long. Think about that for a second. Best known beats best. So if you're just a louder marketer and you're showing up more consistently, you're going to win over potentially, let's say you're a doctor, but there's like super fancy doctor over here and you're just like regular doctor over here. You're going to win because you're better known, right? And so I've seen that with some of the doctors. I'm like, this functional medicine doctor, he's just louder than the other functional medicine doctors out there. He might be completely surpassing A+ Harvard doctor because he's louder. So fun, isn't it? So Eliza said, should I create ebooks, then the online program? Yeah, an ebook is a really great way to lead into your offer. So my book right there has made 60, maybe 70,000 in Amazon profits. Like they just dump money into my account, which is very nice of them, right? But then I took that and put that in a book funnel. So let me show you. This is my book funnel. So, there's so many different ways to do this. So I never have like this linear answer for you. But like you could take your ebook and you could put it here. So discover how, let's pretend you are a unicorn expert, right? And you know how to grow unicorns. So like discover how to grow unicorns in your backyard without your neighbors knowing. I'm going to show you how to do it, right? And so this could be your page and grab our ebook, grab your free ebook. So you could put the ebook here and you could put some testimonials. People will grab your ebook. But then when they get to the next page, there could be what's called an upsell. And an upsell is something like, I'm so glad you just grabbed Unicorns Forever. We have one more thing for you. So I've created, it's called Unicorn Hatching. It teaches you how to hatch additional unicorns so you can sell them for profit. So if you're interested in profiting from your unicorns, I have an amazing course for you called Unicorn Profits. And if you're interested in that, there's a green button below. Add it to your cart. It's only $27. It's going to show you how to profit from having unicorns in your backyard, right? And so then they're going to click that. And the next page is going to be like, oh my gosh, I got one more thing for you, my friends, called an upsell. And I teach you this in the course blueprint. Like, I love this stuff. Thecourseblueprint.com I literally teach you how to do the upsells and all that, right? So the next upsell could be something like, I'm so glad that you're part of Unicorns Forever, because we know they bought the first thing, but we don't know if they bought the second thing. I got one more thing for you, and this is it. It's the final thing I'm offering. We have these incredible unicorn mugs. I know, aren't they fabulous? This unicorn mug will go, we'll go with you and travel with you and keep your drink warm wherever you are and remind you about your unicorns in your backyard. So if you don't want to forget about your unicorns in your backyard and you want to feel joy while carrying your unicorn mug everywhere, you totally need to add this to your order. It's only $34 to add unicorn mug to your order, right? So they add it to their order and then they end up on a confirmation page. So that's what I would say. I forget the original question was about an ebook, right? But there can be levels that you take people down from the ebook. The ebook is kind of like the lead in, but what else do you offer? That's kind of the important thing. So Kim is in the Content Creator Club. Thanks, Fred. Oh yeah, my mom is here. She's over there. If she doesn't have makeup on, she won't come say hi, but you'll see her in my story. She's so cute. I love her so much. Okay. I can see all your comments. We can't see your screen. We can't see your screen. We can't see your... So painful when I do that. How long do you think courses should be? Yes, great question. If it's a $47 course, 27, 37, 47, that course should be the least amount of time for them to give the desired result that was promised. So let's say you are a yoga person, right? And you're gonna teach them how to do yoga, right? So let's say you're a yoga person, and you're gonna teach them how to strengthen their back so they never have back pain. They just need to know in the least amount of words possible how to get that result. So if you could give them 5 modules, and I teach you this. If you don't have the course blueprint, this teaches you all of that for $27 right now. So go to thecourseblueprint.com. I literally go through all of that. But I just say like 5 modules. They could literally be 25 minutes each, or it could be 5 modules with 3 little lessons under each one, right? Like quick, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Next module, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5. People love short videos, right? So when I did my 90-day difference program, it's a lot of very short videos. Like, hey, here's how to design your logo. Hey, here's how to get your branding photos done. Hey, here's how to make your brand board, right? So because if you do a really long video and people want to go back and reference it in your course, they're like, where did she talk about the thing, right? And I got enough of those questions from my students that I realized, wait, if I do a digital course, I need to make little short lessons. They can go grab exactly what it is they need. So that's what I would say. Do you trainings cover how to film videos with Androids? Yeah, I teach Androids in Yeah. And Video Superstar, I teach that. And in 5 Minute Video Creator. So 5minutevideos.com teaches you how to do it Android or regular phone or iPhone. 5 minute videos. That one is probably the best bet. And that teaches you how to edit in CapCut. So yeah. And if you're in Content Creator Club, I taught you how to edit in Instagram, and it's very simple. Instagram is Instagram. So you're editing in there. And then I teach you how to edit on Filmora, and that's not on your phone. So if you're in Content Creator Club, the training I did for this Wednesday that dropped is really valuable. And that's not the only training that's in there, you guys. It's like every Wednesday a new training drops, either from some of my elite students who are top notch. There's trainings from me. I go live when I answer questions like this with students once a month. So it's really awesome. Can you tell me more about content creators? I think I'm in that. Yeah, if you go to michellelovesyou.com/content, that will take you to this page right here. So let me share screen. This is Content Creator Club. I gotta refilm that video, that yellow. It's just terrible. It's just awful, but it's a good video, man. Just had bad lighting. The sun was setting. Either way, so this tells you about the Content Creator Club and everything that you get in it. That logo, stop it. Can we have a moment of silence? That is so pretty. It is fabulous. Okay, anyway. So it tells you all the things you get, like all these designs and all this does, and and it's only an exclusive deal. Right now, it's priced at $27 per month or $270 for the year. And some of you locked in it, crazy awesome prices. So then you can click your membership level. You can either become an annual member for only $270 per year. You get 2 months free, or monthly membership, just $27 a month. Cancel anytime. And if you hate it, you can just tell us and we'll refund your money. So that's Content Creator Club. If you think you bought it and you can't find it, just email support@michellecunningham.com. That's right here, support@michellecunningham.com, and they can totally help you. So you love it. Thank you, Marissa Stone. Marissa Stone won the orange markers on my live the other day. Right? I know. I remember. I gave away my orange markers because I determined that they looked ugly in my unicorn cup. And I think you should only have pink and purple and blue in here, not any other color. So I gave away my orange and yellows because they were ruining my energy. You should only have it in your office if it's needed for the functionality of the office or it brings you joy. I learned that from an organizing course. It was the first organizing course I ever took. What's the difference between 5-minute video creator and video superstar? 5-minute videos teaches you how to make vertical videos in less time. So if you were like, I just want to start making reels, I want to make them really fast, and I just need some ideas on how to do the hook and put them together and make them really quickly, that's that. And I teach you how to edit in CapCut. Video Superstar I made a few years ago, and I show you how to edit videos I use Filmora and iMovie in that training. So it's Filmora and iMovie. I show you how to use Facetune video to make yourself look hotter, like how to whiten your teeth so they look like psychotically white, and how to get rid of circles under your eyes. So video creator is a little bit more like how to look hotter on camera and be a superstar. 5-minute video is more about vertical videos. Both good. Some overlap in the information. But I would say 5-minute video creator is the newer of the two. So if you're like, I just want kind of your newer course, I would say 5minutevideos.com is the one to go with. I'll just put it on the screen. Here it is. Okay. So let's see. How do you know when you have enough for high ticket sale? Yeah, usually you can do high ticket sales when you have a big of enough audience. Like you've got people that are watching you, right? They're paying attention. They're listening to you. They're asking questions. Maybe you've got 500 to 1,000 people on your email list. I mean, I definitely had people that took my elite program that when I first launched my elite program, it wasn't all that expensive. And I remember students coming out of that and they're like, I'm selling a $28,000 deal and I'm closing them like crazy. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you said what? $28,000. I feel like you should give them a car or something that they're paying you that much. I just remember I wasn't ready to charge more, right? I still don't have something that high. That seems too high. But either way, people do it, right? And I probably could have something that high where we build stuff out for people. But either way, I would say if you've got enough of an audience that's asking you questions, like I talked to one of my students the other day and she's like, she's a lawyer and she's like, my students are just keep asking where they can buy my thing. And I'm like, dude, just then put the thing out, right? Like, let's get it. If it's been selling, we don't have to jump through all these hoops of making YouTube videos and making our email list. If you already have a captive audience who's asking for your stuff and they really want your thing, then you can start to create that higher ticket thing. I think, but with higher ticket, it's higher, like I'm not going to just launch a high ticket and be like, hope you like it. Like when I launched my high ticket, I hemmed and hawed for like a year, made sure we put everything in place. We have optimized it so much so that people that come in, we have a rule that no one's allowed to get stuck. You get coaching for an entire year. We're here for you. We love you. We're here to support you. You've got your coach you can hop on with. You've got me you can hop on with. You've got the Zoom. I mean, there's so many aspects to it. So when I decided to do my high ticket, I'm like, I'm going to do my high ticket in a way that's like super amazing that people will be like, this is really a really good use of my money. So that's what I would say is you've got an audience asking for it, and you feel like you've got what you need to put that thing together. So it definitely took me probably a year to pull it all together. Yes, you get access, yes, with Elite. If you're in my Elite program, you get access to Content Creator Club. If you already bought it, that'll just continue your membership like after the year. So it'll continue on. Yeah, so I'm new to direct sales. I really need help to get my business started. Go to doitanewaygirl.com. This book will change your life. And then after that book, there'll be some additional courses for sale. One is called Back to Basics Bootcamp. Grab that. Just those two could tremendously change your life. And then you get a free call with my team. That could also change your life. And you're like Barbie. You're like a supermodel. Natalie. Did I say it right? Natalie. I think it's Natalie. You're so pretty. Okay. Did you see the person who opened a Facebook page, the Michelle Cunningham? They reached out to me. Yeah. Yeah, I know. The Michelle Cunningham. No, it's the Michelle appeared yesterday. The Michelle. And Facebook notified me there's someone pretending to be you. I'm like, that happens a lot. Hey, I got to go. I got to be on a call. I'm out of here. All right. 2:00. It's been nice to be here. Okay. Comment Kate Spade if you want a Kate Spade. Email my support team, Andrea. They can share some of our different links. But now I must go. I did a training on Wednesday. If you go to my YouTube channel, I showed you everything about the 90-Day Difference Elite program. And then you can book a call with my team when you watch that training. It'll show you everything. Now I must go. I love you so much. Bye, my friends. Comment Kate Spade. I'll pick a winner later.